Hey, hello everyone. So the action is happening and it's happening real quick. CLAT results were declared yesterday evening. That's on 10th of December. And today the counseling process has started actually. So just a short while ago, they have activated the counseling portal for the students who are eligible to participate in the counseling process. So they have selected and usually around 4 times to 5 times the number of seats the candidates are allowed to go ahead with the counseling process. So just in case you have received the invitation either on mail, either through SMS or in your account, it's time for you to go ahead and start the counseling process, be part of the counseling process. So today in this session, I'm going to help you understand how the entire counseling process to national law universities will work. So basically, to begin with, the CLAT consortium will release 5 list of allotments and their role will be limited to that 5 list. If there is any NLU which will have seats vacant even after the fifth list has been announced and closed, the admissions closed, then those NLUs will go ahead with the spot counseling round. So that will be not done by consortium. फिफ्थ राउंड के बाद जो भी अलॉटमेंट होगा वो नेशनल यूनिवर्सिटीज अपने इंडिपेंडेंट लेवल पे कंडक्ट करेंगी एंड दैट इज नोन एज स्पॉट काउंसलिंग. But for right now, it is the consortium of national law universities which is going to control the entire admission process. And they will be releasing 5 lists in due course of time. And for the same, the first process is to register yourself for the counseling. Now you can register for the counseling only if you have got that invitation. So you must check your CLAT 2024 account, and if you have got the invitation, you must go ahead and register. While the timeline they have given is till 20th of December 10 p.m., but I think you should not wait at all for the last moment, and it's always advised to go ahead and complete the registration process as early as possible. After all, you have done your hard work, you have got the results, and now you have to go ahead with the admission process. So एक एक करके समझते हैं, step by step we'll go and understand what exactly and how this entire admission counseling process will work. Okay, so the first thing is to go ahead with the registration process. You first need to register yourself. The registration link has already been activated for the eligible candidates. Not everybody who has given CLAT 2024 will get the counseling invite. So based on the intake, reservation policies and everything, but more importantly, the intake, they'll invite the students accordingly. So the registration window just got opened today at 10 a.m., which is 11th of December. And the window will remain open only till 10 p.m. 20th December, which means within this next 9 days, you have to register yourself for the admission counseling process of CLAT 2024, which will also include a payment of counseling registration fee, which is refundable, by the way. There is a timeline for that, but that is up till May actually. So we'll come to that. But you have to make payment. If you have got the invite, you have to upload certain documents and you have to make payment of the counseling registration fee right now, which is 30,000 rupees for the general category students, and for the other category students, it is 20,000 rupees. Please remember, the payment can be made only through online mode, and you have to also provide your bank account details. Of course, your parents, in this case, bank account details. If any refunds are to be issued later, the same will be done in that account. So they'll seek your bank account details. And as I said, this entire fee is refundable, and there's a timeline for that. But this is the fee which you have to submit while making the payment. You have to make that payment while registering for the entire counseling process. Now, how do you register? First thing is to go to your CLAT 2024 login account, which means you'll go to the consortium login account and you'll click on the make payment button. Okay, this make payment button will be visible to only those candidates who have been selected for the admission counseling process. ये सबको visible नहीं होगा make payment button. ये उन्हीं लोगों को visible होगा जिनको counseling के लिए invite किया गया है. So just in case you have received that, then you should go ahead and start the process, wherein you have to make that payment, as I said earlier. But don't close the window before you have seen the message payment successful. So this is very very important, and that's an instruction coming from the consortium itself कि जब तक पेमेंट सक्सेसफुल मैसेज नहीं आ जाता है स्क्रीन पे, लॉग आउट नहीं करना है. ओके. एंड as I said earlier, do not wait till the last moment. कोई पेमेंट रिलेटेड इशू हो सकता है पोर्टल पे, बैंक पोर्टल पे हो सकता है. So don't wait till the last moment. Try to complete the entire process in the next 2-3 days itself. Okay. Now, there is a confirmation fee as well, which is not to be paid at this point of time. This will be paid once the allotment starts. So if you are allotted a seat, okay, as per your indicated National Law University preferences, which you have submitted earlier, you remember while making the application, while submitting the CLAT 2024 application, you gave a list of preferences for the National Law Universities. So in case you are allotted a seat in any of the National Law University and you are seeking admission, and especially if you want to exercise the option of freezing the seat or the float option in the first, second, third round, which will be conducted by January, then you have to make a payment of rupees 20,000, which is confirmation fee and which is non-refundable. So ये जो 20,000 है, ये रिफंडेबल नहीं है. काउंसलिंग फी रिफंडेबल है, कंफर्मेशन फी रिफंडेबल नहीं है. बट इफ यू आर सेलेक्टेड and your name appears in the first list, second list, or subsequently the third list, and you want to take admission, or you want to take admission but continue with the float option where you wish to be upgraded to a higher NLU in your preference list, then you have to mandatorily make this payment. Ye jo payment hai, this will be done once. So the confirmation fee has to be paid only once during the entire process of admission. Now remember, if you are admitted to a college, this counseling fee which you are paying right now, in case of general category 30,000 rupees, and in case of other categories 20,000 rupees, and the confirmation fee when you are taking the admission, when you exercise your freeze or float option. So when you are making the payment of this confirmation fee, this fees is adjusted. The total of the two is adjusted to your entire year fee, basically first year fee. So when you go to the college, this fee is adjusted when you'll be making the payment to the National University. Once you have freezed your option at a later stage, then you will deduct this amount and make the rest of the amount. So in general category, this would be 30,000, and in other categories, this would be 20,000. And similarly here, this is going to be 20,000, which means for a student who belongs to general category, usko total 50,000 ka payment karna hoga. So in the beginning, if you are seeking that admission, actually. Now, few things before we look at the timelines. Ye samajhna bahut zaruri hai. Please try to understand this. You'll be getting 3 options after you make the payment, the counseling registration payment. The first option is definitely freeze the intake, freeze the seat. Now, if you are satisfied with the allotted seat and you accept it, and you are not interested in further rounds of seat allocation, further rounds of counseling, then you may exercise the freeze option. You should exercise the freeze option. Now, for whom this will work as far as CLAT is concerned, definitely this will work for people who have been allotted National University Bangalore. And if you have kept that in your preference list on top of the order, first position pe rakha tha, or whichever NLU is in your first position, then you will get only the option to exercise freeze, because you have already been allotted your best possible university, the first one which you have kept in the preference list. So if you get your first preferred national university, then the option will be only to freeze that actually. If you are allotted your second, third, fourth, or subsequent preferences, any of those, then in that case, you may exercise the float, which is upgrade option, while you will go ahead with the seat which has been allocated to you, but will keep your options open. तो जो freeze होता है मतलब जो भी NLU allot हुआ है, आप उससे happy हो, आप कोई upgrade नहीं देख रहे हो, and you will go ahead with the process, paying the university fee basically, which will be notified in due course of time. Now, in order to freeze your seat in the first, second, third counseling, कंफर्मेशन फी जो है विद इन द टाइम फ्रेम पे करना है, उसके बिना आप नहीं कर पाओगे. अगर आप कंफर्मेशन फी नहीं पे करते हो देन यू विल बी एग्जिटेड फ्रॉम द इंटायर प्रोसेस. ठीक है. एक बार जब आपने फ्रीज ऑप्शन सेलेक्ट कर लिया, वंस यू सेलेक्ट द फ्रीज ऑप्शन, मेक द कंफर्मेशन फी पेमेंट, you will be definitely not considered for subsequent round of counseling. Float option, which means upgrade option. Float का मतलब क्या है? Upgrade. You have been allotted a seat and while you are okay with it, but you see your chance of getting upgraded to a higher NLU in your preference, then you must exercise this option. ठीक है. आपके चॉइस का NLU नहीं मिला and then you want to have that possibility remaining there of getting a higher preference NLU from your list actually, then you must exercise this float option. You have been allotted NALSAR and you believe that if some people leave for some reason, they might have gone for a domicile NLU or they are going for NLU Delhi in that case, and I stand a chance, then float is the best option to exercise actually. ठीक है. So float option कब exercise करेंगे? First, second और third list of counseling जब आप confirmation fee pay करेंगे. So confirmation fee करने पेमेंट करने के बाद ही you will get this option of freeze or float. Please remember this. To exercise the float option, the upgrade option in the fourth round of counseling, जब fourth round होगा May end में, then you will have to pay the entire university fee and not just the confirmation fee. You will adjust that confirmation fee जो आप करोगे in the first list, तो आपको बाकी फीस भी उसी समय immediately pay करना होगा. While the candidates from the first, second and third list get time till mid of May, the fourth list which is going to be published in the last week of May, वहां पे आपको ज्यादा टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, just 3-4 days around actually. Exit option. Anytime during the entire process you want not to participate further in the counseling process, आप अब counseling process में participate नहीं करना चाहते हो at any point of time including today itself, then you may choose the exit option. अगर आपने confirmation fee payment कर दिया, you can choose the exit option. Admission counseling process से आप बाहर हो सकते हो. अगर आपने float या freeze option select किया, if you have opted for float or freeze option prior to the exit option, then जो seat allocated हुई है will be reallocated and confirmation fee will be forfeited. तो आपका जो confirmation fee है वो non refundable है. ठीक है. एक बार exit option select कर लिया, then you will not be considered for any further round by the consortium. So if you choose to exit from the process, you will not be considered in the further rounds. So unless you have clear, valid reason to exercise this option, go ahead with either freeze or float if the NLU has been allotted to you. Okay. Schedule of allotment. So registration started today morning at 10 a.m. So 11th December, 10 a.m. the counseling process has started, wherein you have to register yourself for the entire process. And this will be available till 20th December, 10 p.m. So you can register till 20th December, 10 p.m. But definitely I would suggest, and as the CLAT consortium suggests, don't wait for last moment for any payment or any technical glitches. Okay. The first allotment round, the first round of counseling starts on 26th of December at 10 a.m. The first list will be published for all the national universities under CLAT on 26th December at 10 a.m. And the students who have been allotted a national university, जिन को national university allot हो जाएगा first list में, they are required to make the payment of the confirmation fee to exercise freeze float option. If you don't do this, it means you have exited the process. You are not interested further. Please understand, if you have been allotted a seat, allotted a national university in the first allotment list on 26th December, you must make the payment of 20,000 rupees, the confirmation fee, and then go ahead exercising your freeze or float option. If you don't make the payment, you are out of the entire counseling process to be completed by the consortium. For this, the timeline starts at 10 a.m. on 26th of December and will be available till 2nd of January till 1 p.m., which means you get another 6 days to make the payment, the confirmation fee payment, and exercise the freeze float option. The decision has to be taken carefully. 26th December to 2nd January, but only up to 1 p.m. On 8th of January, the consortium will publish the second allotment list for the national law universities. Based on the vacancies, the consortium will publish, and those who were supposedly in the waiting list, they'll be moved and will be allotted a seat over here. So this will depend on a lot of factors, but more importantly, vacancy, upgrade, both will be taken, vacancy will be taken into consideration, upgrade will be taken into consideration, and the second allotment list gets published on 8th of January at 10 p.m. So 10 बजे आ जाएगा 8 जनवरी को. जो स्टूडेंट जिनको सेकेंड लिस्ट में अलॉटमेंट होती है नेशनल लॉ यूनिवर्सिटीज की, यू गेट अलॉटेड एनएलयू इन द सेकेंड अलॉटमेंट लिस्ट. नाउ यू मस्ट पे द कंफर्मेशन फी by 12th of January 1 p.m. So for those who are allotted a national law university in the second list, they have time till 1 p.m. on 12th of January to make the payment of rupees 20,000, which is the confirmation fee. Okay, in case you wish to exercise, freeze, float, whatever option, or you want to stay in contention. If you do not take any action and you are allotted a seat in the second allotment list, it means you are not interested and you will be considered as one exercising the exit actually. So please be careful while exercising your options, and spend some time with your family member just in case any dilemma is there as far as the obviously the lower rank can use. Discuss with your parents before taking any decision. The third allotment list this time will get published in January itself on 22nd of January at 10 a.m. So the third counseling list, the third allotment of the national law universities will happen on, the list will be released on 22nd of January at 10 a.m. And the students who have been allotted a national university in the third list must make the payment of the confirmation fee, which is 20,000 rupees, by 25th of January 1 p.m. Okay, so these guys get around 4 days, including 22nd of January. So third list allotment जिनको भी होता है third list के अंदर, वो confirmation fee का payment कर सकते हैं till 1 p.m. 25th of January 2024. Okay. Now here, for those students who have been allotted a national law university, based on their freeze float option, they will be required to make the payment of the university's fees. Those students who had selected the freeze option in first, second, third list, जिन्होंने first, second, third list में freeze option select किया था, उनको अब यूनिवर्सिटी फी पे करना होगा after adjusting the confirmation fee, which is 20,000 rupees, and counseling registration fee, which is 30 in case of general category and 20 in case of other categories. Okay, so those that fee will be adjusted to the overall national university fee, the one which you have been allotted to actually. Okay, the deadline for the same is 14th May. You get enough time to arrange for your funds and make the payment. Okay, and this was happening after you get enough time even after your board exams. जो fourth list है, the fourth list will get published on 20th of May at 10 a.m. Okay, so the pre-final list, I would say, because fifth will be the final list. The fourth allotment list will get published on 20th May at 10 a.m. and those students will make the payment of the confirmation fee and the university fee as well. Okay, so if you are allotted a seat in the fourth list, then you will be required to make the payment of confirmation fee as well as the national law university fee. Okay, आपको सिर्फ confirmation fee तक बात नहीं रोकनी पड़ेगी, आपको पूरा fee पे करना पड़ेगा after adjusting the counseling fee basically. Okay, और जिन्होंने freeze float first second round में exercise किया था, उनको भी आगे जाकर के पूरी फीस पे करनी पड़ेगी. The deadline for the same is till 23rd of May 1 p.m. Okay, and finally the last list by the consortium will be published on 15th of June at 10:30 a.m. and those fifth the fifth list will be published on May 28th at 10 a.m. basically, and you will continue ahead making the payment of the university fee after adjusting the confirmation fee if paid in the first, second, third rounds, एंड काउंसलिंग रजिस्ट्रेशन फी अगर इस राउंड में अलॉट हुआ है तो सारा एडजस्ट करके आप फुल पेमेंट करोगे टिल 31st of May 2024, which means the consortium is involved only till 31st May 2024. After that, if any vacancy remains for any category of seat in any of the national universities, those will become part of the spot counseling to be conducted by those respective national law universities. Okay, so 5 list process is there. Now, what are the documents required? You need your class 10th mark sheet. You need your CLAT 2022 admit card. Remember, you got it signed from the invigilator at your exam center. If you have already completed your class 12, if you passed it in 2023, then you must also furnish your class 12th mark sheet, character certificate from the educational institution last attended. If you are already in school right now, which means you are in class 12, get a one issued from your school. If you have already passed school, please get another made actually. If not possible from the institution last attended, please get one done made from a local notary actually. They have the format. You also need transfer migration certificate from the institution last attended. This would be applicable for students who have completed their class 12th in 2023 or earlier. Caste certificate, if applicable, wherever applicable, for claiming the seats under the reserve category. PWD category certificates, if you have been allotted a seat under PWD category based on your submission of the category in the application form. And also the domicile certificate, if applied and allotted under the domicile category. अगर आपने अप्लाई किया था और आपको जो अलॉटमेंट है वो डोमिसाइल कैटेगरी के अंदर हुआ, then you must furnish your, submit your, upload your domicile certificate and any other supporting document which depending on the category you may have applied. Defense code, defense का अगर है, EWS certificate definitely, ये सब आपको अपलोड करना होगा. Please remember, people belonging to NC OBC category and EWS category, while you'll be uploading the existing certificate, you'll get your new certificate on 1st of April. Please ensure you get the new one made because that would be required at the time of the final admission process by the respective national law university when they verify your documents. Okay. Allotment किस basis पे होगा? What will be the basis of allotment of the national universities? It depends completely on your rank and your preference which you submitted in the application form. So it depends on your rank and your preference. इन दोनों के अलावा कोई पैरामीटर नहीं होगा. इनटेक को देखा जाएगा और आपके रैंक से जो आपका बेस्ट मैच पॉसिबिलिटी आता है, जो प्रेफरेंस आपने सबमिट किया था, वैकेंसी है, तो उस बेसिस पे आपको अलॉटमेंट होगा. ठीक है. द बेस्ट पॉसिबल मैपिंग इज डन बाय द कंसोर्शियम. देयर इज नो इशू एट ऑल. ठीक है. अवेलेबिलिटी पे कंप्लीटली डिपेंड करेगा. आपका जो सिलेक्शन है, आपका जो अलॉटमेंट है, वो कंप्लीटली डिपेंड करता है देयर आर पीपल रैंक्ड हायर देन यू बेसिकली. सो रैंक 1 डेफिनेटली हैज नो इश्यूज. तो टॉप रैंक्स को प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगा, बट यू आर डेफिनेटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन व्हाट अदर्स हैव डन, हाउ दे आर प्लेस्ड एक्चुअली, कितने लोग आपसे ऊपर हैं, एंड व्हाट हैज बीन देयर प्रेफरेंसेस फॉर द नेशनल लॉ यूनिवर्सिटी व्हिच यू डोंट नो एक्चुअली. सो हायर रैंक्स कैंडिडेट जो होंगे उनके चॉइस को पहले कंसिडर किया जाएगा. आपसे जितने भी लोग आपसे ऊपर रैंक्ड होंगे उनके चॉइसेस को पहले कंसिडर किया जाएगा. जस्ट टू गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, you chose to give NLIU Bhopal, for example, at the top of the preference list, and you are just, let's say, ranked around somewhere around 300 or so. First, they will not directly allot you NLIU Bhopal because you believe that's on top of my preference list. First, they look at the preference choices of the top 299 candidates, and if they choose NLIU Bhopal for some reason, then you are dependent on them. Just to give you an example. So allotment में पहले higher ranked student को seat allocate होती है based on the preference, and then your case is considered. Okay. अब रिफंड की बात कर लेते हैं. रिफंड ऑफ काउंसलिंग रजिस्ट्रेशन फी. If you are not allotted a seat at the end of the 5th round of admission counseling, आपको फर्स्ट राउंड में भी नहीं मिला, सेकंड राउंड में भी नहीं मिला, थर्ड राउंड में भी नहीं मिला, फिफ्थ राउंड में भी नहीं मिला, तो आपका जो फी है, जो काउंसलिंग रजिस्ट्रेशन फी, which is 30,000 in case of general category and 20,000 in case of others, will be fully refunded. Okay. आपने freeze या float option select नहीं किया when you were allotted a seat in any of the list, आपने freeze float option select नहीं किया and you exited the counseling process, then your entire counseling registration fee will be refunded in full. जहां पे seat allocation हो जाएगा, where your seat has been allocated and you chose a float or a freeze option, you don't go for an exit first, second, third, fourth, fifth round of counseling, you chose freeze or float option, and then subsequently you choose to exit or you fail to complete the admission at the chosen national university. How this will fail? You don't make the balance payment to that respective national university. In that case, the counseling registration fee will be paid in full if you exercise the exit option before 1 p.m. on 23rd of May, or after a deduction of rupees 5,000 if you exercise the exit option after 1 p.m. on 23rd of May. Okay, so confirmation fee in any case will not be refunded, that will be forfeited, but counseling registration fee is fully refundable. The deadline is given by them, and there will be a deduction of 5,000 if you apply after 1 p.m. on 23rd May 2024. So I hope now you have understood the entire process of admission, how this will be carried out by the consortium. And based on the information, please go ahead and start working on your counseling registration process. Take out time, look at the form, get your documents in place first, and then start working with the counseling registration process. Okay, it's not very complicated, it's pretty simple. Okay, so just go ahead and work on that, but don't be in a rush, but don't wait till the last moment as well. Okay, काउंसलिंग का ऑप्शन उन्हीं स्टूडेंट्स को मिलेगा जिन स्टूडेंट्स को उन्होंने कंसिडर किया है. दे डेफिनेटली कंसिडर अप टू 4 to 5 times of the intake. If your portal is not showing, which means they have not shortlisted for your counseling, and in further rounds you will not be definitely considered. तो जिनको भी फिफ्थ अलॉटमेंट लिस्ट तक कंसिडर होना है वो स्टूडेंट्स होंगे जिनको आज इनवाइट आ गया है. नो फर्दर इनवाइट विल कम. ओके, no further invite will come actually, so please remember this. Don't wait for further advice, further invitation. You must start working on your future plan actually. तो जिनको आ गया है, ऑलरेडी आ चुका है, उनके लिए काम करना इंपॉर्टेंट है. दूसरा, जिन स्टूडेंट्स ने एनआरआई स्पॉन्सर्ड कैटेगरी में अप्लाई किया है, you must keep a check on the websites of the national law universities which are offering that seat, क्योंकि वो allotment for the allotment for NRI sponsored seats or NRI sponsored will not be taken by the consortium. Consortium will only consider your all India state rank, category rank for allotment. They will give you the best possibilities, but let's say you want to exercise your option through NRI sponsored category, you are getting a better national university as compared to that based on your all India rank. Then in that case you have to apply separately to the national universities which are offering such seats, NRI sponsored seats. You have to connect, you have to check their respective portals on a regular basis. You must connect with those national universities which are offering their seats. A lot of them are doing that, except for a couple. Most of them have NRI sponsored seats. Just exercise the option carefully, apply to maximum possible NLUs, and they will decide their own cutoff based on the number of applications submitted through that particular category. Okay, so that's how it is. No further invite will come under any circumstances. जितने लोगों को invitation भेजना था उन्होंने भेज दिया है. They do it with the with the reason कि उन्हें पता है कि not everybody will be going ahead. So already सारा invitation आ चुका है. Carefully go check your portal, login portal check करो अपना CLAT 2024 का. Check your mobiles for the SMSs received on the number which you provided during registration, as well as your email. Don't forget to check your spam box. Okay, so that's very simple process of counseling registration. Go ahead and start the process. Don't wait for the last moment. Thank you everyone, and all the best to each one of you.